Of course not. It's early morning practices. It's pickup games, whenever and wherever. It's the anticipation for the game today and the crack of the bat tomorrow. It's history.
Hey guys, sorry about that.
Groundbreaking.
Gotta go.
It's a dream that becomes
Gotta
a
go,
reality.
Switch controllers because
Through all the
I was
stops along
waiting
the
on
way to the journey
my
home.
games to load. Not this game.
When
I
it's
have
in
the
your
Division
DNA,
2, and
It's
the
always time to play ball.
the software on it wouldn't download until I cleared the space off. So unfortunately, I had to get rid of Alan Wake off the system. Don't know why. Don't really care why. I'm not really playing it at the moment anyway. So be one of those games that I play when I got nothing else to play. So okay. All right. I know there's football games on right now. I saw who was winning, and it's kind of obvious. Oh no! Kind of obvious he's gonna win the whole thing. So I'll be able to watch the highlights of it on YouTube. But once we're finished this, I'm gonna go to bed. So sorry in case you guys wanted a later stream, but I was up to brace up last night. I this morning. And I don't want to do that again tonight, so. But anyway, let's get this thing going. Then I play Baltimore for 3 games. September 9th. What a wonderful freaking day that is for me. September 9th. September 9th used to mean absolutely nothing to me. And then I met somebody who I later learned was my sister. And now, that day means so goddamn much to me. Basically, this series will get us up to 146, and then the Yankees who are playing tonight, we're going to do that series tomorrow, and that will get us up to 150, and then we'll have 12 games after that, so basically we'll have 3 games, we'll have a 3-game series the rest of the season after we're done with playing the Yankees for this coming weekend series. Just in case you guys are unaware, we're going to keep all 3 of these games at 6 innings per each pitcher, because I don't feel like I have enough time to sit here and stream all 3 of them playing 9 innings, so we're not going to do that. So they're each starting pitcher is only going to pitch 6, and then we're going to go from there.
Part of the equation when it comes to this offense, Siggy. They're one of the better clubs in the league in terms of putting runs up via the home run.
There you go.
Yeah, that makes them even more dangerous because they're going to get their hits, but they're also going to get those home runs and have runners on base, which is multiple runs out of one swing. So, yeah, you really have to try to manage a team like this and keep them contained. You can't give up extra outs.
If you guys aren't unaware, once again, I'll say it again. This year's road to the show in this series, or in this game, will be us at left field. If I can get a PS5 by next year, we will play 25, and I don't know. I don't want to play catcher. I don't want to play pitcher again. I don't want to play center field, so I don't know where we would play. I never tried shortstop, so maybe we should do that next year.
Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game.
Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Oh shit, that's awesome. That's awesome.
What a play to end the inning. There's no way he saw that.
Oh yeah, alright. There you go. Trout. I don't know why the hell Trout's on this team. Technically he's not.
Bottom of the first. And stepping in for Boston, Zidane
I was a bit shocked to see that Anaheim got eliminated from the playoffs this year so damn early. Just being honest here.
That one's in there. And it's 0-2. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And now it's the switch-hitting second baseman coming off a 4-hit effort in yesterday's game. Fastball for a strike. Runner at first with no outs here. That's in there, and it's 0-2.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
Look out. That ball is smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensure safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Rob Refsnyder up next for the Red Sox. Second in the American League in hitting. There's the strike. 95 of that one. That's a strike. That one is absolutely belted. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Headed for the plate. The relay throw. It's up line, and he scores. On the board first, it's 1-0. That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Siggy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
My cat, now she's down on the floor.
A strike to Devers.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Devers swings and drives one. Deep right field. Carrying well. It is gone. His latest homer in an incredible season. And they add to their lead. It's 4-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth.
Masataka Yoshida in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, at this pace, he's not going to be in this game for very long. But he's got to find a way to shake it off, keep it isolated to one inning, come back out. You could throw up a bunch of zeros and save that bullpen.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Pretty tough for the infielder to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Tyler O'Neill stands in now and watches strike one. Fastball for a strike.
0-2.
And that one hammered. That's got a chance. And it's off the top of the wall. And he's got a double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Now batting Tristan Casas. That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
2 in scoring position, nobody out here in game 1 of this 3-game set. This one drilled, right center field. That one heading for the fence, and gone! A massive home run. His 57th homer of the season, and they add on. It's 7-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Blue.
Tyler Wells taking over on the mound.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Mark Colesberry in the box now. No balls and a strike. Strike 2. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Mike Baumann getting ready to go. 0-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
Righty to the plate. Bounce to third. Mateo sends it to first. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder. And let's take a look at the lineup. Chris, this is an offense that puts the bat on the ball. Tough outs pretty much throughout the lineup. And they have fewer strikeouts than any other team in the league.
Yeah, Boog, and I just remember as a player, when you're going up against a club like this, it keeps you on your toes all game long because you got to make plays for your pitcher on the defense. And so an offense like that can really put some pressure on that defense. So they can swing the bat, put it in play, but I also think if they run the bases hard, it adds another element to their game.
Right-handed reliever. Swung on, belted. Trout going back. And it's off the Green Monster. Story into second, and he's got a double. You rewind and think back to those Giants teams that won 3 world titles. They were pretty good contact-based teams. Obviously, the Royals as well. It feels like it's swinging back a little bit towards there's an advantage to having some guys in your lineup that make contact. Rafaela, batting with 1 down, takes the strike. There's the strike. Story, the runner at second with 1 away. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. That was blasted to the moon. Their 3rd home run of the inning, and they add to the lead. It's 9-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
The base is empty, 1 away. Now it's the second baseman. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Right through there for a strike. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 2. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. They go back to back. His 9th homer of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 10-0. So the streak stays alive. His 4th straight game with a home run.
That's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. He's absolutely punishing mistakes right now he can't miss. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Next offering is in for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. That one is blasted left field towards the monster, and it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. In safely with a double, his second of the day. One out, runner at second. Now it's Devers at the plate. And that's in for a strike. Fastball for a strike. And that bunt goes foul. It's a strikeout. So now here's the DH. Masataka Yoshida singled and scored his first time. Splits the plate. 0-1.
Right through there for a strike. Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
There's a swing and a drive. That one carried. Bangs off the wall. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Up next,
Here's Tyler O'Neill.
Tyler O'Neill.
In there for strike one. There's strike two.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Ripped towards third. They get the force out, and thank goodness the inning is at last over. But it's back here in Boston, and now the right fielder, Anthony Santander. He swings and fouls one off.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Kicks and deals. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
At the plate, Gunnar Henderson. One down, base is empty. Swings and misses. That is strike
No
two.
balls, 2 strikes.
He caught it behind his back. Gathers and throws, and very nicely done for the out.
That is good.
Two outs, base is empty. John Rhodes getting ready to hit. And it's fouled away. Rhodes batting 6th in today's lineup. And he was a 3rd-round pick in 2021. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're down 10-0. Bottom of the second. Still stepping in for Boston. Tristan Casas. Wells back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Next offering is in for a strike.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Puts a bunt down. And they put the tag on him for the out. Here's the catcher, Mark Colesberry. Right through there for a strike. And he pumps Swings at a strike. The pitch. Lays down a bunt to the right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. Barely got him for the out. Close play.
The batter, number 10. Shortstop.
Here's Trevor Story. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Fastball for a strike. The Red Sox up big in this one. Bottom half of inning number 2. Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
And that's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Runner on the move. Strike in there. He throws. Save. That's a stolen base.
Well, he had that base stolen as soon as he broke for second. Such a huge lead. The pitcher's got to find a way to help out his catcher, especially if he doesn't have a great...
Runner on the go again. That's in for a strike. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close.
When a guy's got that kind of lead at second base, somebody's got to call timeout. Pitcher's got to step off. The catcher's got to ask the ump for time or something. You can't let him get out that far if you don't have a good thrower behind the plate.
Rose pulls it in on the run. Back here at Fenway Park. Now here is Samuel Basallo. Swings through that one out in front that time. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And a pitch. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Now at the plate, Connor Norby. And there's a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
The Red Sox up big in this one. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The wind to the pitch. Got him. And there is another strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Jorge Mateo now. Swinging a foul straight back. The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Orioles held in check there. Not looking good. They're down 10-0. As we go to the last of the third, and stepping in for Boston, number 75. The right-hander back to work. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
You know, these Red Sox putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook.
Well struck right field. And that one hops the wall. Around second now, going for three. Not in time. He's safe.
Another big game. He's looking pretty much unstoppable at the plate. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
So a man aboard. Rob Refsnyder up next for the Red Sox. Right through there for a strike.
I mean, when you're chasing the opposing starter in the first inning or two, that's just such a tone setter for the game. And it puts the other team back on their heels, and it instills a lot of confidence in your lineup from top to bottom.
Here comes a pitch. Whipped on a line to center. Trout squeezes it. Runner tags from third. He's in on the sacrifice fly. It's 11-0. New pitcher on now, Mike Baumann.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Devers in the box again, takes a strike. Here's the strike, 95 of that one. And the right-hander deals.
Batter is out.
Up next for the Red Sox.
2 outs, base is empty.
The designated
And
hitter.
next for the Red Sox, Masataka Yoshida.
Yoshida.
Gets the bunt down the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they get 1 run on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. On to inning number 4. It's back now at Fenway. New inning getting started. And into the box for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Orioles just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
And a pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And here it comes. Foul ball, still 0-2. The wind of the pitch. Got him swinging.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
That one to first. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Mike.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's going to be Mike Trout. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
No
Well, you
ball,
got the
2
hitter
strikes.
already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Two down, nobody on. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Drifts towards it, reaches for it, but it's foul. Two outs. And he hits a ground ball right side. Whips it to Casas. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. They trail in this one 11-0. Bottom 4. Now it's the right fielder, Tyler O'Neill. And he deals. Right through there for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Fastball for a strike. 0-2.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Drops a bunt down the first base side. Close play, but he just beat him to the bag for the out. So stepping in for Boston, Tristan Casas. Right down the chute, and that is strike one. That's in there. Right-hander kick steals. Bunting, and he pops it up. Gathers and throws to first. And 2 away now.
The batter, the catcher.
So up next, Mark Cosberry. Puts a bunt down. Norby over to first. Out number 3. And we're back here at Fenway Park. And now Anthony Santander. On the ground to the left. Devers. Awesome play there.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. Henderson goes 6 feet 3 inches, 220 pounds, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out.
The first baseman, number 6, John Rhodes.
2 outs, base is empty. John Rhodes digs in now. That's in there. That's strike one.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back in Boston, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for Boston, Trevor Story. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Red Sox doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Only 2 strikeouts so far, and obviously they've been able to pick up plenty of hits, so it's been an impressive one.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he's squared up.
He's trying for third. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third. Save.
They're merciless. I'd say a questionable decision to steal third right there with a big lead. Probably won't be received well in the other dugout.
Fastball for a strike.
And you know, that strikeout total, only 2 so far, really tells you they're not just running into good luck and getting hits to fall. They're earning those knocks.
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a pair. It's 13-0. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
Now the number 2 hitter. Right through there for a strike. Fastball in for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. Last half of inning number 5. That's hard hit in the line. Trev brings it in with a nice running grab.
Now batting, left fielder.
And here is Rob Refsnyder. Gets the bunt down the right side. Throws to first in time. That's out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman.
Devers down. He's already homered here in this one. Lays down a bunt to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 2 runs for Boston on the home run. We're through 5. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Fenway, top of the 6th inning. And now, Samuel Basallo. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Orioles just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
The 0-2. Tapped on the ground softly to short. Whips it to first on the run. On target. He got him. Nice play.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Here's the second baseman, Connor Norby. And first offering is fouled off. Late with the swing there.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
He goes down looking.
Now there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
The third baseman.
And next for the Orioles, Jorge Mateo. He's 0 for 1. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball 1.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
Next offering in there for a strike. Strike 1. The pitch. That's a hit. And that extends the inning for Cedric Mullins. So digging in, Cedric Mullins. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that. Could have a really good day out there in the mound.
They foul him for the play. And the Orioles lead 1. Still looking up at a 13-0 score. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Masataka Yoshida. Splits the plate, 0-1. And there's the strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That one blasted deep to right. That's back. And forget it. He leaves the yard to right. His 58th home run of the season. It's 14-0.
Just an excellent swing.
Coming out for the Orioles, CNL Perez.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Kicks and fires. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. All Red Sox in this one. Bunts it in the air. In there safely. Man at first. And next for the Red Sox, Tristan Casas. He's already homered in this game. And a sac bunt here. Rhodes fires to second for one. Oh, the throw is over his head.
Well, an error like that, you look at the scoreboard and you kind of wonder if they are losing focus out there. And look, it can be tough to stay locked in when you're getting blown out. We've all been there. And I'm not saying that's definitely what happened on this play, but it's not a great look.
Perez makes the grab. 2 away. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. 3 for 3's doubled twice and single. And that bunted towards third. On the run, throw to first. Inning over, and it could have been worse. The Red Sox pick up a run on the homer. We're through 6 full. We go to the top of the 7th. Now here's the Orioles DH. Jackson pitching change here. Josh Winkowski.
He's got some of the best swing and miss stuff going right now. He's striking out hitters at a very high rate this year, so this should be fun to watch.
And the righty deals. And that's outside. Next offering is in for a strike. This to center field. Rafaela makes the grab, 1 down.
The center fielder.
Here's Trout.
Mike Trout.
Right through there for a strike. The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up here in the top half of inning number 7. There's a strike.
He doesn't seem to like to pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder up there.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Anthony Santander at the plate. His home and away splits there. 2 down, nobody on. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. And a swing and a miss.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Orioles held in check there. But this... Perez back to work. Drops a bunt down the first base side. And he handles it himself for the out. Now it's the second baseman. Looking to complete the cycle with a double. That one's in there. Strike 1. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Danny Coulon, the left-hander, up and throwing. Tate, the hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. On a line out towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
No left fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Rob Refsnyder. And there's the strike. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-2. Two outs. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. The throw into second. Not going to get him. He's in there. Man at second here with 2 away. Now the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
So clutch, you could argue that he's been this team's MVP this year.
That's in there. That's strike 1. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And they hold the runner at third base as they decide not to risk the send with 2 away. Masataka Yoshida, the next to hit. Major anticipation every time he steps in. 1 hit shy of breaking the single season hits record. Right down the chute, and it's 0-2. That one ripped. And it gets down. There's the record. 1 run across. Devers headed home. Relay throw home. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and they extend their lead. We have a new single season hit king. What a moment, and he is having a year for the ages.
We're witnessing incredible history right here. One of the greatest seasons of all time. The consistency.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around third. He'll score, and the lead continues to grow. Now around second, going for third. He's in there.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, he's got to live on the outer edges.
The left-hander on now, Danny Coulomb.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you...
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1. Now it's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Chris Murphy. He's been so good against lefties. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Bounces into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And now the first baseman, John Rhodes. Swings through that one for strike 1.
When the leadoff man gets on, you want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get...
Goes to second for 1. Back to the pitcher, covering in time. It's a double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Digging in, Samuel Vasallo. The Red Sox up big in this one, and we're at the top of the 8th. In the air, left field. Ref Snyder makes the catch. And that is that.
I travel by car, town to town, city to city, trying to reach the people.
Bottom of the 8th, leading off, Mark Colesbury. As the lefty gets to work, puts a bunt down. He steps on the bag, there to beat him by an eyelash. Here's Trevor Story now. Right through there for a strike. Coulomb, in his 7th season, he throws a cutter, a sinker, a slurve, a curve, and he works in a 4-seamer. Splits the plate. That's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A gigantic blast. Home run number 5 on the season, and they add a run. It's 18-0. I say the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive.
Cedane Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. Gets the bunt down the right side. And he's safe at first. 1 down. Now the number 2 hitter. Runner on the go. Catch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Runner goes again. Pitching for a strike. Throw to third, and he's in there easily. One run across in the frame so far here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one ripped. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. In comes the run from third. And they extend their lead to second. Pulls him off the bag. One of the rarest feats in baseball and history made here today. Huge congrats to him.
And we maybe only see this once or twice a year in the majors. It takes a hot bat, a little bit of luck, and of course a lot of talent. Special to be a part of it, even as broadcasters up here in the booth.
And now here is Rob Refsnyder. Bunts it towards the mound. Fires over to first. And that's an out on the sacrifice.
Now batting, third base.
And here is Devers.
Devers.
A bunt, and it's popped up. And that'll do it. We go to the 9th, and now Connor Norton, a new arm into the game, the righty Chris Martin.
55.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Martin, he's made a name for himself as a very effective reliever, but not really what you expect from a bullpen arm these days because he's not out there racking up Ks.
I think it's the deception in his ability to change arm angles and slots and give hitters different looks within one at bat. They're never able to get comfortable. When you only see him once, a lot of times he has success.
One down, base is empty. Stays alive. Got to be clever, too, when you don't have that lights-out stuff, right?
Absolutely. You got to know what you're able to do. Instead of focusing on what that hitter's strength is, stay with your strength and trust that you'll come out on top.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Righty delivers. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. At the belt and fires. Foul ball still 0-2. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. And that's a strikeout looking. And they're down to their last out.
That was a pretty fun at-bat right there, but you kind of hate to see a long battle like that end on a questionable call. I think he was right in letting it go. Frustrating result after he fought so hard at the plate.
Now a chance for Cedric Mullins. 2 down, nobody on. Martin is just 1 strike away. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Going to count 1-2. With a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Another day, another win. I really think this team has forgotten how to lose a ball game. It's been so long since they've lost. I really don't know what else to say. They're just a can't-miss ball club right now.
Well, this one is. Okay, all set to go. Now the left fielder, Cedric Mullins. Outside low. And we're underway. Ball to strike. And strike 2.
good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
The pitch. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. Get away.
A pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've really got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
And the batter now, Jordan Westberg. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 1 out, base is empty. That one finds the corner. 1 and 2.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Just misses. And that's ball 2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Mike Trout in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Swing and miss. And it's 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And a pitch. Got it. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Bottom of the first. Stepping in, Jarren Duran. Here comes a pitch. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Righty to the plate. In the air, right center. This is matched. Way back and gone. A massive home run. It's 1-0. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
And the right-hander deals. Fastball in for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Drilled to right. Way back there. And that is gone. That was blasted to the moon. Home run number 70 on the year. And they tack one on the board. It's 2-0.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boo. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Kicks and deals. And fires in a fastball at 95.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
Makes the catch, and there's one gone. And there's Rafael Devers in the box. Homered last night, added another hit as well. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Strike 2.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Drops a bunt down the first base side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Trevor.
Here's Trevor Story, 4 for 4 last night. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Hard hit left side. Whips it to first. And Story is out. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's that. Back here in Boston. Second inning set to go. Anthony Santander at the plate. Fouled off. He was late.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That one missed. And that's in there at the knees.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And a pitch. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Hawaii to kick the pitch. Makes it, misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, he really filled up the strike zone in that at bat until that final pitch. And as a hitter, you sense that they're coming after you, not dancing around the strike zone. They want to attack, and so you kind of get into swing mode, and you have to protect the plate. That's when you become really susceptible to something that makes you chase, and that's exactly what happened right there.
In there at the knees, and the count is 0-2. Swings through it for the K. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Swings through that one.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Bounced out to short. And the Orioles set down in order. Nothing doing this time. So stepping in for Boston, Rob Refsnyder.
The right field. Rob Refsnyder.
Bradish back to work. Fastball for a strike. Bradish, in his 3rd season, he features a slider, a 4-seamer, a sinker, a curve, and he works in a changeup. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 2. Now drive, base hit. That ups his hitting streak to lucky number 13.
The Baker's dozen, Berg, and it doesn't seem like a huge number, but anytime you get to the point where you hit in every game for almost 2 weeks straight, that's a sign of what kind of rhythm you're in.
Tristan Casas stands in now and watches strike 1. That's through there for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Lays down a bunt to the right side. Off balance feed, there's 1. Back to first, not in time. And here's the catcher, Connor Wong. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. Bunted back towards the mound. The throw to first, out on the sac bunt.
Well, just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner in a scoring position. Got it down successfully. Now we'll see if they can drive him in from second.
And stepping in is the speedy David Hamilton. Popped up, and that will end the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox, but they're on top 2-0. So now the DH spot, Jackson Holliday. And the right-hander back to work. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
0-2.
Here's the 0-2. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And swinging.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Connor Norby in the box now. No balls and a strike. There's a swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
2 outs. And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. They trail things here 2-0. So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Jarren Duran. He's already homered here in this one. Fastball for a strike.
So impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the bat expands.
And he deals. Strike 2. Puts a bunt down. O'Hearn. And he's safe at first. Some strange defense there. Man at first, Manuel Valdez. Up next for the Red Sox. Here goes the runner. Strike in there. Throw to second. Great jump.
Well, he's really showing us the dynamic skill set he brings to the field on this one. Over earlier, now he swipes second, showing off the speed. Really fun to watch him play the game.
Check on the runner. Duran dives back in, but they got him. Left-hand batter waits, and he pops up the bunt. O'Hearn makes the grab, 2 down. Masataka Yoshida now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Drops a bunt down the first base side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Here's the left fielder, Cedric Mullins. Led off the game with a strikeout. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1. Bounce to the right side. Valdez throws to first. And 1 gone to the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Up next for the Orioles.
So up next, Jordan Westburg. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Right through there for a strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
And here it comes. On the ground to third. Devers throws out to first. 2 quick outs here at the top of the 4th.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Mike Trout. And first offering is fouled off. The wind and the pitch. There's a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Orioles held in check there. They're still down. It's 2-0. Rafael Devers up to hit. He's 0 for 1. The pitch. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Right down the chute, 0-2.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Puts a bunt down. O'Hearn. And they tag him out. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Red Sox leading it by 2 here in the second game of the series. Right through there for a strike. And the righty deals. There's a swing and a drop. That's down. One hops off the wall. So digging in, Rob Refsnyder. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job of controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's whip.
Runner goes again. That's in for a strike. Throw to third. Save.
In this game, you got to take what the other team is giving you. And right there, they were giving him a steal at third base. Didn't check his lead. The catcher doesn't throw very well. So you got to take that back, get your team that much closer to scoring a run.
Puts a bunt down. O'Hearn throws to first in time. Tries to get back and save. So up next, Tristan Casas.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Story on third with 2 out. Next offering is in for a strike.
With a runner at third, this is who they want at the plate. He's so good at getting a run across in these situations.
Bunting gets it down to first. O'Hearn. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And the Red Sox lead 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. Fought off foul.
You know, these Orioles, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. They're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Henderson batting with 1 down, takes the strike. This one in the air right field. Refsnyder has a beat on it, nabs it, and there's 2 down.
Now batters, the first baseman.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to him. Grounded out his first time. O'Hearn, 30 years old now, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2014.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient, take some pitches, see if you can extend those at-bats and get some base runners on.
And a pitch. Right through there, got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. They trail it here 2-0.
catches.
The pitch. That one's in there. Strike one.
You know, these Red Sox doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
Kicks and fires. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time. David Hamilton up next for the Red Sox. In there, and it's 0-1. Fastball for a strike. Base hit center field. So now back to the top of the order. And the streak lives on. He keeps getting closer and closer to the record. There isn't a pitcher in the league who can solve him right now.
It's absolutely amazing, Boog. It seems there's no end.
Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Runner on the go again. Pitching for a strike. And now a wide throw to third. Puts a bunt down. Safe. And that's his third hit. One away, runners at first and third. And stepping in for Boston, Manuel Valdez. Bunts it back towards the pitcher. Otto Hearn. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
Well, a safety squeeze can be tough to defend, especially with a good runner at third. You can't risk trying to be overly aggressive and make a play at the plate and give up that easy out at first.
And he lays one down the left side. On the run, sends it over to first. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. One run, a pair of hits, no errors, and one left on. 5 innings complete. So now the DH spot, Jackson Holiday. The right-hander back to work. And here's the strike.
Well, the guy's throwing a lot of first-pitch strikes. As a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
And the right-hander deals. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. Now one away.
Well, showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all those strikeouts, they kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
Ground ball left side. Rolls across the diamond. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. And into the box for Baltimore, Connor Norton. His first at-bat was a strikeout. And that's in for a strike.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
This one in the air. Brings it in. And that's the third out. So he's perfect through 6. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Orioles nothing. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles. Dylan Tate.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Devers leading things off and takes a strike.
Throwing at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. CNL Perez is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Wells getting cranked up as well. Gets the bunt down the right side. Trevor Story up next for the Red Sox. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Right through there for a strike. Bunting, and he pops it up. O'Hearn racing over to make the catch.
The right fielder, number 30, Rob.
And now the right fielder, Rob Refsnyder. Drops a bunt down the first base side. And he picks it up, and he'll put it in his pocket. 2 down, nobody on. Bunts it towards the mound. Sends it to first. Red Sox go 1-2-3. So the batting order turns over. Cedric Mullins getting ready to hit. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And so the Red Sox go to the bullpen. Josh Winkowski.
Well, the ERA tells you pretty much all you need to know. Under 1. He's been fantastic coming out of the pen.
0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a pitch. Swings through, and that's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
The Red Sox leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Now 2 away.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one. Getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. He's got fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
The pitch. That breaking ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2. On the ground. Whips it to Casas. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Orioles held in check there. They trail in this one 3-0. Coming out for the Orioles, CNL Perez.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Now, classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Here comes a pitch. Puts it in the air. Perez makes the catch for the out. And there's 1 down. Here's the catcher, Connor Wong. Bunted back towards the mound. In plenty of time to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the shortstop.
And next for the Red Sox, David Hamilton. 1 for 2. Puts a bunt down. O'Hearn. Not in time, he legs it out. Now batting Jarren Duran. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. Bunts it towards the mound. On to O'Hearn. Play made, that ends the inning. One left for the Red Sox, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Now it's the switch-hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. Number 63 will take over here.
65th appearance on the mound for him this year. That's a bunch, so there's no doubt he's a guy they trust and really like turning to out of the pen.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Right through there for a strike. The line of the pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. And there's one away. And he's now just 5 outs away. He's got a real shot at this thing.
Yeah, Bill, he is rolling just in one of those grooves where he looks pretty unbeatable today.
Henderson into the box again, takes a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
That's out to center field. On the move. They got it for out number 2. So just 4 more outs to get through, and the tension is building in the ballpark right now.
Yeah, and we can feel it in the booth. He's got these hitters locked up.
O'Hearn in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Up the middle. Whips it to Casas. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. They trail it here 3-0. Danny Coulomb comes on now.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
The pitch. Gets the bunt down the right side. O'Hearn takes it himself. 1 up, 1 down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
So stepping in for Boston, Masataka Yoshida. Bunted back towards the mound. On to O'Hearn. He's out. Here's Rafael Devers. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Lays down a bunt to the right side. O'Hearn takes it himself, and talk about efficient. 3. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Jackson Holliday. New pitcher for the Red Sox, Chris Martin.
Number 55.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Three outs from a no-hitter. Down on strikes he goes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Basalo stands in now and watches strike 1. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the ninth. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swings and misses. That's out number 2.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
A chance for the no-no right here. They're down to their final strike. One strike away. Strike 3 called. It's a no-hitter.
no-hitters are awesome, but there's something really fun and cool about a combined no-hitter. What a great day to be at the ballpark. This team got the W. That's what's most important.
You want to know where the jump shot come from? Coach Outlaw taught me the beef method. Balance eye contact.
Ready to go. Now the left fielder, Cedric Mullins.
The left fielder, number 31.
The pitch.
Cedric Mullins.
And a big swing and a miss.
No ball. One strike.
First pitch, 7-11.
Strike two.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
And that skips in the dirt. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
That one finds the zone. Strike one.
You can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning. Got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Drifts towards it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Up 3 down for the Orioles, and now the Red Sox get their turn. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. We go to the bottom of the first. Here's the center fielder, Cedric Rafaela. There's a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one hammered center field. High off the right tower and gone. A towering blast.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
And a pitch.
Right through there for a strike. The real threats are coming up. Already giving up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Line drive, base hit. Now batting Jarren Duran. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. That's in for a strike. 1 on, nobody out, a run in here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Splits the plate, and it's 0-2.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Puts it away for the out. And now, Enmanuel Valdez. 2 RBIs last night. 2 of the 3 runs they scored in the game. Right down to shoot. 0-1.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Fastball in for a strike. And the count is 0-2. That one is absolutely belted. And it's gone. His 71st home run of the season. It's 3-0. And that's his 5th straight game leading the yard.
And boom, if he goes a game or 2 without hitting a home run, he's going to feel like he's going to get sent down to the minor leagues. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
1 down, base is empty. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-2. Drops a bunt down the first base side. O'Hearn takes it to the bag. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close. 2 outs, base is empty. Now here's the Red Sox DH, Masataka Yoshida. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. And that's a strike.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Puts a bunt down. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0.
I could never get enough of this kind of stuff, 'cause I think they call it rock and roll. But I say no.
Top of the 2nd, digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Santander measures 6 feet 2 inches. Batting in the cleanup spot, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Out to short. Now the throw to first on the run. On target. He got him. Nice play. Now here is Gunnar Henderson. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. And a foul ball.
Gunnar Henderson was a unanimous choice for American League Rookie of the Year in 2023. Got off to a slow start, but finished the season with 28 homers, playing as the Orioles' everyday shortstop. You know, Adley Rutschman nearly won the award in 2022. The future is bright for the Orioles.
And the 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Henderson became the first Orioles player to win Rookie of the Year since Cal Ripken Jr. did it in 1982. It only took Gunnar 1 season to start doing things the Orioles haven't seen done since Cal was playing on the team.
Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
The shortstop takes the ball.
One ball, one strike.
The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And the Orioles set down in order. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. They trail in this one 3-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Bobby Dahlbeck. That's in there. That's strike one.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
Puts a bunt down. The flip to the pitcher covering. One up, one down. Here's Trevor Story now. Locked in right now. He's 5 for 7 in the series. Pitch is in there. That's strike one. One out, base is empty. And that's in for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Not in time. That's a bunt single. Runner on at first with one gone. And here's the catcher, Connor Wong. Story on the move. Pitching for a strike. McCann fires. Save. Stolen base.
Well, he had that base stolen as soon as he broke for second. Such a huge lead. The pitcher's got to find a way to help out his catcher, especially if he doesn't have a great...
Runner goes again. That's in for a strike. Wide throw, and it gets away. He scores, and it's 4-0.
That one really hurts. You're already down in the game, and that error puts you even further behind. Just can't let it compound.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And he brings it in on the warning track.
Now batting, center fielder.
So the lineup flips over. Now, Zidane Rafaela. Splits the plate, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Right through there for a strike. Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Gets the bunt down the right side. And they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. 1 run, 1 hit, an error, and nobody left on. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. The Red Sox 4. And we're back. Jorge Mateo now. Hill back to work. There's a strike.
You know, these Orioles, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
That one misses. 1-2 the count. The wide to kick the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
James McCann in now.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. No hits over his last 5 games.
That's in there. It's 0-1. The Red Sox leading by 4. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. In the air, right side. Automatic double now as it hops the wall and foul ground. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
0-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's That's the second out.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place.
Pulls it down to third, and that ends the inning. Back here at Fenway, set for the bottom of the third, and now it's the switch-hitting second baseman, number 75. That's in there, and that's strike one.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
The lefty fires. In the air out to center. Trout makes the grab, and there's one down. Jarren Duran digs in now. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Right through there for a strike. Drops a bunt down the first base side. They put the tag on him, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman,
Manuel Valdez up next for the Red Sox. Lays down a bunt to the right side. And no throw for some reason as he reaches first. That's got to be an error. Runner at first with 2 away. Here's Tyler O'Neill. Puts a bunt down. O'Hearn. And they put the tag on him for the out. Back here at Fenway Park, John Shelby with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the fourth, Jordan Westburg. Right through there for a strike.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Got it by him for the K.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Trout in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
There's a strike. Swing and a ball popped up under it. Drops into the glove, and there's 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. Anthony Santander at the plate. And that one is lifted in the air. O'Neill puts it away, and that is that. Bottom of the fourth, and stepping in for Boston, Masataka Yoshida. As the lefty gets to work. There's a strike.
You know, these Red Sox really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. Looking at the numbers, they've got 4 hits when they're behind in the count. That says they are absolutely battling at the plate and just not giving up, despite what the count says.
That one ripped right center field. High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double. Bobby Dahlbeck, the next to hit. 0 for 1 so far.
That was loud contact and a no-doubt double off the bat. I didn't know it was going to land in the bullpen, though, and he's really improving his accuracy out there. It's almost like he tried to do it.
Next offering is in for a strike. Movement in the Orioles bullpen, Tyler Wells up and throwing. Bauman getting loose as well. That one is blasted left field towards the monster. Into the monster seats and gone. is his 5th appearance of the year. Here's Trevor Story.
Well.
And that one is in for a strike. That one's in there. 0-2 now. Swung on, belted. And out of here. He deposits that one into the monster seats. Another one. Back-to-back homers. And they add on. It's 7-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boo. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
Wong batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-2. Already 3 runs across in the frame. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Ripped on a line. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, center fielder. Today.
Back to the top of the lineup, Cedane Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. He's already homered in this game. Fastball for a strike.
Been a special year for the rookie as one of the top prospects in baseball. He had a lot of pressure on him, but he's been a key piece for a team that has already won their division.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. Bunts it towards the mound. On to O'Hearn. And out 2 gone. Here's the second baseman. 1 for 2. Gets the bunt down the right side. O'Hearn. He'll do it himself. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. But 2-round trip. And we're back here at Fenway Park. We go to the top of the 5th. Now here's the Orioles DH, Gunnar Henderson. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Orioles, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
And the pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. 0-2 now. And a swing and a miss. And one away. And now the shortstop, Jackson Holliday. Went down on strikes his first time through. Popped up left side. Valdez under it. Corrals it. Out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. So next to hit for Baltimore, Jorge Mateo. And a foul ball. Foul ball.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Orioles held in check there. Not going their way. Back here at Fenway, at the plate, Jarren Duran. Wells back to work. Right down to shoot. Strike 1. Wells, in his 3rd season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, a changeup, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. Right-handed reliever drops a bunt down the first base side. And at first, Manuel Valdez up next for the Red Sox. He's already homered here in this one. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Strike in there. McCann fires. Save. Stolen base.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that
runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike. McCann fires. Save. Stolen base.
They're merciless. I'd say a questionable decision to steal third right there with the big lead. Probably won't be received well in the other dugout.
And that one is lifted in the air. Santander in pursuit. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Throw cut off, down to the plate. Not in time. He's safe. And a run comes in to score. Now it's the right fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Puts a bunt down. And they tag him out. Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. Gets the bunt down the right side. O'Hearn. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And he deals. There's a strike.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
That catches the outside corner. That's strike two. And they'll do it again. Kicks and deals. What was that? He passed him. That's a strikeout.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expecting to add on to that total. And pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Story sends it over to first. 2 up, 2 down. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Cedric Mullins. In the air to left center. Durant on his way over. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Make it 6. Bottom of the 6th inning. And here's the first baseman, Bobby Dahlbeck. And here it comes. That one's in there. Strike one.
No ball. One strike.
Right through there for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
And the righty deals. Lays down a bunt to the right side. O'Hearn. And they put the tag on him for the out.
The batter, the shortstop.
Now Trevor Story comes up to the plate. There's the strike. One down, base is empty. That one's in there. And the count is 0-2. Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that base.
Story on the move. Pitch in for a strike. McCann fires. Save. Stolen base. One out, and a runner at second here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. McCann fires. Save. Stolen base.
When a guy's got that kind of lead at second base, somebody's got to call timeout. Pitcher's got to step off. The catcher's got to ask the ump for time or something. You can't let him get out that far when you don't have a good thrower behind the plate. He's going to steal third almost standing up. That's a really good job of being aggressive by the base runner.
Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. There for the out. Run comes in on a safety squeeze.
Well, a safety squeeze can be tough to defend, especially with a good runner at third. You can't risk.
So they turn things over to the righty, Tommy Kahnle. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Rafaela in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Right-hander kick steals. There's a strike. 95 of that one. Popped up. O'Hearn makes a nice running catch. Back here in Boston, top of inning number 7, and into the box for Baltimore. Jordan, new pitcher now, Josh Winkowski.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
And he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there, an infield single. And now batting, Mike Trout.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
At the belt and fires. Foul ball, still 0-2. The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up here in the top half of inning number 7. And now 1-2. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Now batting, right fielder, Anthony Santander.
And that one fouled off. There's a strike at the knees. Good job to fight that one off. Here's the 0-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And down on strikes. 2 away now.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Henderson stands in now and watches strike 1. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. And the Orioles lead 1. Steep hill to climb. It's a 9-0 deficit. Back inside Fenway Park, set for the last half of the 7th. Now the number 2 hitter, number 75. Drops a bunt down the first base side. Fires to first on the run. On target. He got him. Nice play. Singy, it was tough to tell in live action if the ball actually beat him, and it looks like they want some time to review it.
Yeah, we'll get another look up here, too. And, you know, they called him out on the field, but it just might be worth the challenge.
And here is Jarren Duran. Bunted back towards the mound. Gets it to first. Play is made, 2 out.
Now batting, third baseman.
And Manuel Valdez will hit next. Puts a bunt down. Slings to first, and they go down fast. 3 outs on 3 pitches. Ready to begin the 8th, and into the box for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. Brennan Bernardino on to pitch out of the pen here.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so it should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
As the lefty gets to work. That one fouled off. Bernardino, the tall lefty. He features a sinker, a curve, and he works in a 4-seamer. 0-2 now. Goes down looking. Didn't agree with the call at the plate right there.
Brooke, in a game like this, that's just too close to take. It's a blowout game. Guys have been out here for a while. Umpires saying, hey, let's go. Cut it loose. Swing the bat.
He's got it. And there are 2 outs.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Number 28.
2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, James McCann. And first offering is fouled off. Kicks and fires. Pitches in there. And that is strike 2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. All Red Sox in this one. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. And they're down 9-0. Here in Boston, on to the bottom of the 8th. So stepping in for Boston, Tyler O'Neill. The pitch. Lays down a bunt to the right side. O'Hearn. And he just beats him to the bag, gets the out. He wins the foot race there. And next is the designated hitter, Masataka Yoshida. 1 for 3. Drops a bunt down the first base side. And he beats it out. And next for the Red Sox, Bobby Dahlbeck. Shoots a long drive single into right center. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. Trevor Story getting ready to hit. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 12-0. And their 5th home run of the game.
Some things in this sport are contagious, Boog, and right now for this team, clearly it's the long ball.
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Dylan Tate.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Steps on first for the out. And now the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. Bunting, but that's a foul ball. Two outs. Puts a bunt down. On to O'Hearn. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Sox get 3 on the homer. Last chance coming up for the Orioles. All set to start the 9th in this one. And into the box for Baltimore, Ryan Over. So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Chris Martin.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
That's in there. And that is strike 1. To the right side. And he handles it himself for the out. So the batting order turns over. Here's the left fielder, Cedric Mullins. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Durant makes the grab for the second out. So it's their last chance in this one. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
The Red Sox up big in this one here at the top of the 9th. They're down to their final strike.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
That one just misses. The Orioles down to their final strike. On the ground, and this should do it. Throw to first. And the Red Sox slug their way to a win in this one. 12-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so